I don't know what film that was when it says the boys are back in town. It was a song. Or was it 48
The
hours?
boys are
Or
back in town. The
yeah,
boys
remember
are
the film?
back in
Was
town.
was it
Right,
48 hours or was it Beverly Hills Cop? The boys are
feels
back
like
in town.
48 hours.
Okay, maybe it was 48 hours anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Well, it is really good to see the three of you this fine evening, afternoon, morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. Um, this is really a special episode. I didn't realize how hard it was, but it should be a fun one as well.
So hard.
So, but I'll start with you, VJ. Last week it was Last time we met, it was VJ and Stevie in the same frame, but difference today. How's it going?
Good. I've been all right. Just somebody's reached out they want to do some events. There's a household DJ in the UK, used to work with Universal Records. That might be enough of a clue for some people. He wants to do some events. So I'm, yeah, so looking at possibly doing something.
Okay.
Let's see what is possible. What we can do. I don't know. So that's the only music related interesting news that I've got really that I can think of for now. But
Okay.
everything else is good.
Okay. So we got 312 312. Welcome, welcome. I don't know what area code that is anymore. Is that LA? Old school flavor. I know you said you missed it last time. I'm glad you're able to make it today. Derek from Minneapolis, Twin Cities. Welcome. Okay, what is that? Gotcha Good Recordings. Who is Gotcha Recordings? Glad you're here today. Mac, if there's ever a teacher's pet who follows the rules and terms and conditions, it's Mac. He checks in, makes sure, okay, is it this way and that way? So he's always on point with that. Okay, somebody else is going to have to pronounce some of the names. I struggle with these ones. But is it Darlene Polo? Welcome. New edition. Can you stand the rain? Well, goodness, we have to have one of those songs. I wonder whoever will put it on. Miss Seven, you're out from Paris. Bonjour, bonjour. Glad you can make it with us this evening. Okay, Stevie, DJ all day. Good to join. Good that you joined us. Stevie, how's it been for you?
Oh, it's been great. Episode, I think I'm up to number 8 now of In Search of New Jack Swing. Went out at 4:00 on my channel this afternoon. My trip to Liverpool was incredible. Please go and watch it. I'm back on the radio this month on Legacy 90.1 FM on Saturdays from 12 till 2 p.m. Legacy901.com. I couldn't get a recording of the show yesterday because my USB stick was busted. So I need to get a new USB to record the show. I've also got a new Jack Swing DJ spot in a record store coming up on September the 20th. Saturday afternoon in the Vinyl Resting Place record shop in Affleck's Palace in Manchester. So plenty going on. And I'll stop with my shameless plugs. There you go.
No. Anyone, I didn't realize that Stevie, one of the biggest Afrobeat stars on the planet, era star, she's touring with Coldplay. And Stevie was one of the first people to interview, actually the first person to interview her in the UK. It was from when he was on his radio show. But he's just on his channel released the video, the interview, and it's very fascinating to see how when she was just starting to where she's at now. So please go check that out.
Please watch that. It's got a great video edit from Mr. Halftime Chat himself. He's spruced it up. It looks $1 million.
No, okay.
You know, what? You're some Steven Spielberg. Spielberg.
Yeah. Okay, Dio. Welcome, Dio. Go Dutch Recordings, Stefan. All right, much better. Thanks very much, Stefan. Hopeful, glad you could make it in today. She said saw a drone show for the first time yesterday. Speaking of terms and conditions, I'm in the thick of the pages for the team. Okay. So terms and conditions for tonight's episode is one song, one artist, one album, and so we should have on any of our lists 10 songs, 10 albums, 10 10 different singles from our artists. Yes, Christopher Lamont, welcome. Yes, and my friend's birthday is, when is that? 9/20. Okay. Hey, Racer. Good evening, Dr. Racer. Glad you can make it. All right, Knight. He's just booked the VIP. Had a limo escort him straight from LA back to today's episode. So we are pretty much very privileged that he could make it in this evening. How's it been?
It's been good. I will say for me, the latest update, and update is a well-chosen word by accident, but it's totally relevant, is because I just got done with probably the busiest summer of my life. I went back to njsforever.com and realized the last update I made was like May something this year. So I went back and just uploaded all the podcasts that we've done, and then just updated the site. So now it's like back up to date, but it was just sitting there, just not being updated. And I had other sites as well I work on, but I just did that update this past week. So that was just felt really good. The other thing I'll say really quick though is DJ All Day talked about remixes, and let me tell you something, like that was absolutely discussion amongst the four of us, and I felt pretty strongly about it. But I think the way we aligned, and I think it's a good rule, is the remix has to be like what the main mix was, right? Because we all know during the New Jack era there'd be the album version, but then when the video came out, the video might be a little different, like the video edit. You know, so I felt like if it was like, I think it was The Things You Do, I think Gina Thompson you mentioned. Yeah, that's the main mix, right? So if it's that, cool. But if it's like, you know, some random remix that you can only get on like the 12-inch from like Discogs, like whatever, you know, like that doesn't count, you know? So, but so it does matter. It's a great question. And yes, I do have not one, but two remixes, but they're like the main mix, right? So anyway, I'm doing great, and I'm super as you can see, because I hate it.
Yeah, and the thing we said about remixes, because Stevie and VJ are music connoisseurs, so you know they would have a rare remix, you know, that with Ghostface at the background and stuff. You know, they're like, man, I know, and the common man like myself would never have seen or heard of it. So it then takes away the spoils when it's just like so obscure. And as I said, it is great having them when they can talk about any single, any remix. But when we're doing this, we try to play fair for all of us. But yes.
Well, Nandi, big question. How have you been? Because you've asked us how are we been. How have things going with you, mate?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I think it's been good. You know, I wish summer could be all the way to the end of September, because you know, having to get up at 5:45 to get the kids ready to take them to school, then go to work and stuff is a long day. Outside of that, this is always definitely my guilty pleasure. So I'm definitely appreciate this kind of time away from the busy hustle of stuff. So yes, things have definitely been great and fine. And yes, so and you know, I've been doing this for 5 years, but when you have to get a new interview with somebody you've not met before or don't have no connection, it is always still a hustle. So yes, still trying to make connections. I think I just got connected with Gordon Chambers, a well-known R&B producer. So hopefully I can get him. And yes, so yeah, it's always still a hustle, and which is fun. All right, so tonight's the night. We have got our we're doing the mail groups. How did you guys find, and I'll probably start with you, VJ, how did you find having to find 10 songs by 10 different male artists and then rank them from 10 down to 1?
I thought this would be relatively straightforward. I don't know why I felt that. But when I started compiling the list, I realized that was absolute nonsense, and that is not the case at all. I have had to. I had a list of 22 artists, so I had to get rid of 12 groups from that list, and I'm gutted because every single one of those 12 groups deserve it. And I suspect some of you are going to be surprised that some of these groups didn't make it, but it is what it is. It's a tough list. It's a really, really tough list. And Go Dutch Recordings asked a question. Unfortunately, I do not have the vinyl copy of Fantasy Island by Adina Howard. I think I have a copy of the album on CD somewhere, but not an original. There's one track on there, the Timbaland track on there, which was of note for me. Otherwise, I didn't really listen to it so much.
I didn't realise it was on vinyl. I'll be honest, unless they did a limited press of it.
Yeah, if I'd known about it, I would have probably picked that up, but I'd never heard of that. But yeah, back to this list. Really tough.
Okay. How did you find it, Stevie?
I didn't overthink this one this time. I just thought which I knew from like which albums do I play the most from the guys, and I just picked a song from them. I'd say from 7 onwards, they're pretty much all my favourite albums. From 10 to 8, I threw in a few tracks that I'm playing a lot over the last, just tracks that I keep playing over the last few years that have just stuck with me. There are a few surprises, but like I said, I didn't overthink it. It didn't take me too long to compile. And it's, there's no massive surprises in here. It's a strong list, and that's all that matters.
Okay. How about you, Andrew?
So I think what surprised me the most is my number 10 actually is a song I pretty much never ever just decided to play, right? But a big part, right? But it made number 10. So that was surprising. And I remember also when it first came out, I didn't really like it. So I was like, why is this song exploding so much, right? But I think a huge part of what went into this list for me was how this song has aged, and how when you hear this song in a public place and you feel the whole mood of the room just shift. It's like, wow, this song is just a powerful song. So a lot of that I think will be reflected in my list. It was easier and harder for me for this list versus the girl groups, just because there's more to choose from with the guy list, right? So that's what made it easier. But then it was harder in that, be honest with yourself. Like, is this really, like, the one that I thought was number 1 got bumped down to number 3, but it was the first song I thought of. So it's just, you learn with all these lists, but with this one for me, you learn about yourself and you surprise yourself. So that's that's how I approached it. Okay. I'm with Stevie though. I didn't overthink it. I just went with my gut.
Yeah, I think I started off, I had my 5 or 6 songs. I just put it in there. And then I was like, oh my goodness, how come I didn't put this? How come I didn't put that? And I tend to wait. I mean, I've only mixed it around late, about an hour ago, and I've got it in line. But I have 14 tracks that I'm like, oh, which could replace number 10? And I think at the end we'll do our honorable mentions. The ones I'm like, oh man, I wish I could get this in there, but I'll have to maybe next time. So you guys, we're going to start from number 10 and down to number 1. And I would start off with number 10 for me. And this was a tough one because I'm looking at number 11. I'm thinking, are you sure you don't want to put number 11? But I think this was, so this would be interesting to say that this is my favorite song by this group. And it's a Blackstreet track at number 10. And it is probably one of the smoothest tracks that they've had off their 4 albums, and it's Tonight's the Night. I was thinking of all the albums and all the stuff, and I just thought, you know what, I love, and maybe it's just Tammy on it with them, the Neptunes on there. I've heard the interview recently with Levi talking about Chad coming in with his saxophone playing the solo in there, and it's such a sophisticated song. I wish the video was done differently. I wish they'd done like the Cotton Club kind of thing, and they're in their white suits and Tammy dressed up, and then you have the audience in there, and you had the Neptunes playing live, and I think it would have just been I think they could have done the SWV remix afterward, but I think they should have just done the original album cut video first and then do the remix. That's just me, but I just love the track, love Tammy on this. And so at number 10 is Blackstreet's Tonight's the Night.
That's a
Tammy Lucas.
that's a great choice, man. Really good choice. Did you preferred the Tammy Lucas vocals then?
Yeah. I mean, I liked the remix. Don't get me wrong with the whole. It was I got the whole, but I think I was disappointed when I saw the remix. I'm thinking, where's Tammy? Her voice is very distinct. The vibe of the Tonight's the Night. I just felt it was different from the rest of the album, and it was those kind of songs. I just think they took it for granted, and I think sometimes you don't need to rush into a remix. I think they rushed into that remix.
Yeah, well, I never understood Tammy Lucas being omitted from the remixes. I would have liked to have heard that remix with Tammy Lucas on vocals. I don't know why. I just thought.
Yeah. Sure. So that's number 10 for me. VJ, what's number 10 for you?
My number 10 is also from Blackstreet. It's this song.
Oh,
Baby Be Mine.
Okay.
Baby Be Mine with the incredible vocals of Joseph Stonestreet. Absolutely.
The original.
Firing on all cylinders. I bought that in Camden on the way to see a Shantae Moore private showcase that a friend had won tickets for via a radio station.
Okay.
I skipped college to be there. And it was very worth it because I met Louis Silas Jr. there. And I only had a copy of the Belle Biv DeVoe Gangster record on me. And I got him to sign it. He said, "This is not one of mine." I said, "I don't care." Said, you're the fourth member of Belle Biv DeVoe as far as I'm concerned. I want you to sign it. And he did. And he just said, "Thanks for asking." I met Louis Silas Jr. But back to this song, I heard this and I had the vinyl, the CB4 soundtrack had a really low quality pressing, and I was really disappointed with that. CDs were too expensive. I didn't have the budget for CDs. I always got the LPs. But Baby Be Mine, it samples Zapp's Computer Love from 1985 and also Funk Inc. Cool Is Back from 71. I love this song. It's fantastic. And yeah, Blackstreet, Baby Be Mine. My favorite mix is the dub mix, which is available on many of the singles. But Baby Be Mine, original mix, very happy with that at number 10.
Okay. I have to apologize because I did not realize that people had been commenting in here. But everyone, welcome in here. And Dallas and Christopher, I mentioned you. Joachim, Zay, welcome everyone. All right. To Blackstreet. You were in college and Shantae Moore was performing it. You can tell she looks good for her age. That's what I can say.
It was fantastic. I'll tell you something about that meeting after this podcast is over, but we'll leave it at that.
Yes. Iris, welcome. All right, Stevie, number 10 for you.
I've got a lot of great choices coming in from the viewers this evening. I mean,
amazing.
Soul Tribe, I just wouldn't even thought of that. They were a great group though, that one album. They did one album, didn't they? Guy Dogged Me Out. Someone's picked High Five. She said. Miss Swabby.
Oh, I love that. I love that. She said.
Swabby on picked Deja. Yeah. She included Deja Groove. That album didn't even come out. Picking things that didn't even get released. Anyway, this group who've made my top 10. My number 10 had what I call an undefeated 4-album run on a major label in the 1990s. In the 2000s, they went the independent route. I'd say 2 of the albums in the 90s are very underrated, especially the second album. And this album from the group Mint Condition from 1998, Life's Aquarium. I could have picked any track from any of their albums. And it would have made the chart. The there's two tracks in particular play a lot from this album. One of them's called Tonight, and the other one is This Pain or Pleasure, which, what a killer track that is. So at number 10 from 1998, very underrated album, this, if you've not played it recently. It's a song I play a lot. It's just, if I'm on the bus, go to work or coming home, and I need to just listen to somewhere, there's always them tracks you just go to, and that's just one of those tracks I always play. So why not stick it in my top 10? So that's it for me.
Great choice, man. Great choice.
Thank you.
Kieran, welcome. So Greystoke, welcome as well. Andrew, what about you? What makes you number 10?
Stevie, you just created a new term in my brain, and the new term is called list maker's remorse. How did I forget Mint Condition? Good Lord. So they now are in the honorable mention category. That said, my number 10, I think I respect the song. Again, I've never played it on my own, but whenever I hear it, I can just feel the mood change. So at the New Edition tour that me and BJ went to back in Miami, Keith Sweat giveaway. Keith Sweat played this song for the whole auditorium, and when Freak Me came on, it was just like, let me lick you up and down, and it was just like, that was like the dopest thing he probably played during his set. And I'm just like, this song is just a mighty song. And then like Lil G is just like, baby, I can't do his song, but even though it's like, baby, like you're not even singing, it's just like talking, but then it's just the chorus, right? But it's just, there's something about that song it's a powerful, hitting classic song that I think is only going to get more classic with age. So it lasts. Freak Me, 1993, Silk is my number 10. And I never thought I would have picked it. But for the record, Mint Condition could have edged them out if I'd remembered that. But
Freak Me, baby.
Nice song, man. It's a big song, though, isn't it? That was a big song.
Yes.
It's a big song. It was massive.
Freak Me, baby.
Colin, welcome this evening. Zebo89, welcome. TJ Ward, Iris, welcome. Okay.
As they say in the gay bars of San Francisco, freak me, baby. Freak me.
So we have to wonder if Stevie walked. And if anyone remembers Police Academy, Last Exit of Brooklyn, welcome, bringing out the crates. I think it was what's the Blue Bar? What was it called?
Blue Oyster called.
Blue Oyster, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have the song do. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Number 9 for me. I'm surprised this got to number 9, but when somebody said, she said, I remember. Yes, that we did. Stevie, Sheldon, and I did a high five countdown, and it was amazing just going through their catalog and picking songs. But Kissing Game by High Five had to make my number 9, and amazing that it seems low, but it just shows you the kind of competition for me on my list. And I do remember one of the things about Kissing Game is that it's just such a happy song. It just lifts you up. You know, Teddy's first number 1 song on the Billboard 100. And it's a song that he's only learned to appreciate since the pandemic. So when he does his shows, he performs it with Remember the Time. And people are like, oh, you did that? And I think it's because of the nostalgia. But amazing song. And Tony Thompson, gone too soon, but one of the greatest R&B vocalists that we had back in the day. So yes, so that is my number 9, Kissing Game by High Five.
That's a brilliant choice, and I feel gutted. I haven't included High Five in my list. Madness. It's like this list is. I think Deo said it. This list is inexhaustible, and I love that as a sentence. He's written it towards the beginning of the podcast, but it makes sense. Yeah. My number 9 will perturb Andrew. This particular song samples James Brown, "Get on the Good Foot," and it is the crucial remix.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Crucial remix.
Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I got excited.
Crucial
Oh my
remix.
God.
It's so good. It's stunning. I love it. And I knew Candy Girl, and I didn't really hear much from New Edition after Candy Girl, not in the UK anyway. And then I heard Crucial Remix, I think 4 years after, and I thought, wow, these guys have grown up and they sound amazing. And as we know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis told Jelly Bean to try and make it sound like Teddy Riley's New Jack Swing or whatever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what Jam and Lewis told Jelly Bean, and that's what happened. So that's why Crucial sounds the way it does, and I absolutely love it. That's my number 9.
Haven't we broke the rules here? We're supposed to be isn't it album tracks?
No,
It's
but
not-
that was a single version, though. That was the one that actually hit the radio and
That's the
everything.
one that's
That
known.
version.
Okay.
That's the one that's known. Heartbreak Remix. That's the one that's played. And if we're going to have semantics, I will say that it's on the expanded edition that came out a few years ago.
We're all bending the rules again.
wait. If I'm hearing Crucial New Edition, I'm thinking album version, but it's a song. But
You can have the album version, no problem. But my favorite is the dance mix.
Okay, so he's got Crucial New Edition. Yes, it was Teddy, Dave Way, and Bernard Bell that did Kissing Game. Stevie, what's number 9 for you?
I'm just looking at some of these listener contributions.
Oh,
Old school flavor picked number 9. Men with Charm. Not even seen that name for years. That was a really obscure choice. That I don't even remember listening to that album.
Wow.
Men with Got the World, Joe. That's a lot of body. That's a big track. What else we got here? Yeah, man, there it is, man. As Yet. That's what Sir Greystone picked. Hard to Say I'm Sorry. Menagerie from Mrs. Suave on Y.O.Y. I haven't played that album for years. H-Town Knocking the Boots from Josie M. Wow, we've got some big choices there. Right, my number 9, possibly the most obscure thing in here. Well, the group weren't obscure, but I can't see anybody else picking this song. They did 2 albums. What label? For Elektra. Before that, in the late 80s, they did like a house dance album. They were known as Touch. When they signed to Elektra Entertainment, they were known as N-Touch. Released 2 albums. If you listen to any interviews done by Free, he's not happy. He doesn't sound happy with the second album because they went from a duo to a threesome, which makes them a group, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Three members. They had a big single from this, which was the big single, Drop Dead Gorgeous, which is an incredibly funky swing track. But the track I picked, oh no, what a damn, I don't know if I picked the right track. The 2 big tracks I play from this is Don't It Feel Good and She Used to Be My Girl. She used to be my girl. I thought it won't last forever. So I put that down. I don't know, I've just been playing it a lot recently. It's made my girl. And then I forgot about Don't It Feel Good. Listen, if you've not played this album for years, it's not a great album. It's got some great moments on it. But there's 4 or 5 big tracks on this. But She Used to Be My Girl is at number 9. N-Touch. What
Very
a
nice.
things were. Very left field, funky. Didn't go with what was, the norm back in the early 90s, but I respect this group so much.
Yes. I'm sure it sounds very similar to how Stevie sang it. So,
Ian, look at what Hopeful said about the Crucial original version. She doesn't even remember what the original sounds like. I'm just saying, man.
What soundtrack? Which soundtrack did Crucial make it onto?
License to Drive. But that was the original mix, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
but I like the album mix,
It is good. It is.
yes. Okay, Nigel.
All right. So my number 9 is by a group that should surprise no one, and no, it's not New Edition actually. It's a group that kind of was a extension of New Edition, if you will. And there you go. And no, it's not Water Runs Dry. It's not Motown Philly. It's not On Bended Knee, but I considered it. It's not I'll Make Love to You or even End of the Road. No, it's the one that I've also picked earlier, and that is Please Don't Go at number 9. So Please Don't Go.
Please don't go away from me.
Lovely.
I'll be there for you when you call my name.
I'll reach out my hand to you. Number 9.
Oh man, goodness, that album brings memories because it was a tough time when that album was okay. Wow. All right, we're coming up with the ballad. Number 8 for me is my. When this group had they had a lead singer who is considered probably one of the unsung, but one of the best and vocalists, but also amazing songwriter. And I'm surprised this song didn't get the kind of airplay that it deserves. It's by a trio out of the Untouchables camp called Intro. Feels Like the First Time.
What? You picked an intro track?
No, that's. I mean, I think Kenny Green would be my top 5 R&B
I thought you did
lead singers. Oh no, goodness no!
I'm getting mixed up with Andrew, aren't it? Andrew?
Yeah, maybe it's Andrew. Yeah, no, I think.
Oh dear! Oh no!
I think Kenny Green is probably the top 5 when it comes to male vocalists as a part of a group. The fact that he wrote his gift with a pen, and then the soulfulness. I love the New Birth album, but Feels Like the First Time. That is essential 90s. Make it feel like the first time.
Great choice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me all your love and babe. I mean, I just loved the track. So yes. Intro at number 8, Feels Like the First Time. That was produced by Novell. So if everyone's thinking of Novell, do we know him? Novell, so think of Somebody for Me, and then Novell's doing with the keys and stuff. But yes, Feels Like First Time. Yes. Okay, VJ.
Firstly, I'm really happy that you picked an intro track, and I'm a nice choice of song. It's a surprise. I've been thrown a little by that song choice by you, because I normally think of you as Mr. 100 Miles an Hour type songs.
No,
you've gone something a little more mellow. That's nice. It's a lovely song, fantastic choice. My number 8 is an artist. It's a group on Motown. This song samples James Brown's My Thing from 1974 and Funky President People It's Bad also from 74. It's from today, and the track is You Stood Me Up.
Wow.
What a tune, man. What a tune.
Wow.
It's such a big tune, and I love it. I could pick any song by today, but many songs by today, but You Stood Me Up is my choice today. I love it. It's fantastic. Proper New Jack Swing track. And it's, when you play it, all of a sudden your mood is lifted and you just feel good. It's that type of song. So thank you, Big Bob, Larry, and the rest of the boys. It's, brilliant.
From West. Okay. Well done for that. Yeah, Dave Hall was definitely Dave Hall's an unsung producer. Yes, unsung producer. Stevie, what's number 8 for you?
Number 8 is from a group I don't feel we talk enough about on the podcast, and I think we've got to do an album feature podcast on them one day. If you think about Jam and Lewis's label Perspective, I've just realised they actually had 2 male vocal groups on the label, so I don't know how they juggled promoting them. But both their albums are excellent, and I've not got out of the mid-tempo ballad mode yet. I'm still at number 8 on the ballad mid-tempo mode. I've gone for this group, Low Key, who were on Perspective. Again,
Brilliant.
So underrated. So
Brilliant.
underrated. I mean, if you've got their albums, you played these, you know how good they were. But the track I've picked goes on for about 6 minutes. It's like a journey. Oh, just my mind goes. I'm in a different world. It's called Stay a While. If you've not played that recently, just put it on and play it, and just let it flow all over you. Oh, amazing track.
That's a great song, man.
While they say that in the gay bars of San Francisco as well. Stay a while.
But you know, they also had Solo and Mint. So I think they had
We
three.
did. You're right. A bit later
Yeah.
on, they signed Solo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's Solo. Yes. I saw an interview with Jimmy, and he was saying that, especially with Sounds of Blackness, that the label for them was just an avenue just to create good music. It wasn't what LaFace and Bad Boy were doing, making hits to make money. It was just like a nice place to express. But MCA wasn't, not MCA. I can't remember, A&M. I can't remember the name of the label they had, but they weren't. They were like, no, this, you're not. Yeah, but it's because there was an issue with the major label about the label, and they took it away from them, and they didn't see the vision. If they weren't making hits, then it was like, it's too expensive for us just to keep it going. So that's how they had to fold perspective.
Sweet on You from this. Oh, I used to play that so much back then. Shawanda Bell. I know what you want. I got
brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh, what a group. I mean, Prophecy and Lance, I mean, they were brilliant side producers for Jam and Lewis, and the stuff that they did with Jam and Lewis, unbelievable. Unbelievable talents. So really glad to hear them in the list somewhere. That's brilliant. And a great choice of song, dude. What a song.
Andrew.
All right. So I'd like to think of myself as a giving person. So whenever someone sings, they're actually being very vulnerable. I want to give to the crowd.
He's got the mic. He's got the mic.
I'm also going to play a little game. I'm going to start singing the song. And if you know the song, like, type it in the comments if you recognize it. The first person to recognize it will get a prize. I don't know what it is, but it'll be a prize. And then last but not least, I like this song because I feel like this group, at least vocally, the lead singer, like, it was kind of in the vein of New Edition. It was like keeping New Edition going. So I've never done this song before in public. So here we go. All right, here we go. All right. I can see you over there, just chilling with your girlfriends. Can't believe you're by yourself. You should be here with me, chilling with me, drinking with me, freaking with me. Oh, I see you looking at me. I can tell by your eyes that you feel, oh yeah, and I love you to get close to me. So we should dance with me. With me. My drop tops in the parking lot, and I want to take you back to my spot, but we still got a little more time to rock. So I want you to dance with me. No one typed it in, man. This sucks. Anyways, all right. And Matt, you have my back. The song is "Dance with Me" by 112, and this is a very kind of personal thing. But when that song comes on, I'm just like bum bum bum. And the next thing, a remix with like Beanie Siegel and everything. You rewind this bad boy behind this. All right. Even there was no baby oil. Baby oil is not allowed here. 112. All right. I'm done.
Goodness.
That's a great song. We don't talk about that song enough. It's a really good song, isn't it?
Yeah, I think mine was the first album though. And if I had a 112 track, yeah, anyway, it'll be in my honorary mentions as well.
For sure. They had some good songs, man.
Yes, they did. Last Exit of Brooklyn, you had Zuluk. We had an interview with Mike from Zuluk. Yes, the LA bands, they didn't call it New Jack Swing, they called it Go-Go because they got the influence from DC. So now I understand why Shireen from The Good Girls said, no, we didn't do New Jack, we did Go-Go. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Now, after listening to other LA artists, producers, they've collaborated the fact that no, they didn't take their sound from LA, from New York. It was all from DC, and it was Go-Go. So yeah, all right. It is my number 7 for me, and yeah, you know, when we're thinking now, if we all said who is the greatest boy band, you know, R&B group posts from the 80s, so it excludes the Jacksons and the Commodores and Temptations and all that stuff. We're talking about generationally. Everyone will probably put their hands up and say New Edition as, you know, the godfathers for the modern day R&B. And so if I'm picking a New Edition song, which would it be? Now I know that the big staple song that probably goes in the, you know, Black People's Music Hall of Fame is "Can You Stand the Rain?" And as much as I like the song, it was not my favorite New Edition song. And I would say that my favorite New Edition song is "You're Not My Kind of Girl." I've always liked the fact that
It's great, man. Come on, man. It's great.
I love the music. I love the lyrics behind it. It's like "Let No Girl Down Softly." You know, it's not your looks, it's not your style, it's not the way that you carry yourself. I'm sorry, but you're not my talent. It's like, oh, come on, that's kind of hurt my feelings. Love the track. I was always very angry the fact that they put Johnny Gill on the first line and they put Belle Biv DeVoe at the back, like, you know, you're the dancers, and we're just gonna get the singers in front. As a kid, I just was angry, and I didn't like Johnny Gill because of that. I appreciate the fact that Johnny was new and they had to introduce him slowly, but that was always something that irked me out. That why is the new guy standing in front singing, and then Ricky could have been there because he has his moment, and Johnny could have been at the back. But anyway, that was the only gripe. But I just love the song. It just brings back memories, and I love the video. Yes, white suits and gloves and all.
Wow, I didn't think you'd pick that, Namdi. I'm impressed, mate. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I think "Can You Stand the Rain" is you know, all time. In fact, it wins that everybody would pick it as their favorite song. But I think there's something. You always pick your favorite stuff that you really just appreciate and stuff, and has always been that for me. Yeah. Yes.
Fantastic choice, and you can't go wrong with that. Don't feel bad about that choice. That's a good choice, man.
You know, actually, I want to jump in real here. So I actually have the 12-inch on that one, and there's like a radio remix, but it's like a 4-minute version that like I've never heard anywhere except my thing, right? So I might just have to like upload that because it's just so good and you need to hear it. It's so cool and different. So
is that the one that Jams also reposted?
No, it's a different one, man. It's a different one. So
wow.
Since you like that song so much, I gotta hook you up with that. So it'll happen. I
like the fact Rascal 78 is just going old school. Rascal 78 had EU doing the butt, has now put down Hall & Oates. I can go for that.
Wow.
And that's a beautiful song, really. Yeah, you know, I mean, I just love. It's a pity that they've said that they're not going to that they'll never share the same stage again, and that kind of
that's falling out.
Yeah. VJ.
My number 7. I am going with a song by Mint Condition. Song I wanted to go with was off the Good Burger soundtrack, and it's called "That's the Way It's Going Down."
Oh yes,
written by Kerry Lewis and Stokely. Brilliant upbeat track, but I had to go with the song that is sampled at least 32 times, and it is the ballad of ballads and maybe the best ballad ever of balladness, and it's "Pretty Brown Eyes" by Mint Condition. You can't go wrong with it. It's the perfect song. It's like you cannot improve this song. Another one of those songs that doesn't remix. No tinkering required. It's perfection. But it was close. That's the Way It's Going Down also deserves a nod. If people don't know that, listen to that, and I'm sure everybody knows Pretty Brown Eyes. But my number 7 is Pretty Brown Eyes, Breaking My Heart. Pretty Brown Eyes from Meant to Be Mint in 1991.
Wow. Yeah, I think if somebody's new to Mint Condition, if you just get their greatest hits album, of course they've got all the songs there. But I would always say, when I lived in Milwaukee, they came to a summer jam, and as I said, I just bought the album. it felt like I was listening to the album live. That's how good they are. They were when they performed. I'd never heard a band sound exactly like the record ever before in my life. Unlike New Edition, Mint Condition. Amazing, and I'll never forget them. It's just that they just sounded like the record. That's how highly I rate them. Yeah.
And Stevie said the perfect sentence. It was such a great sentence. Stevie, you said you could pick any song of any of their albums and it would be worthy of inclusion. And that is as fair a sentence. And I think that might only apply to maybe Mint Condition and maybe Tony. They're the two bands that might be good enough. You can include any of their songs. That's how good Mint Condition are. So, yeah.
True.
I can't not say something after that. So basically, the thing about seeing them live, Namdi, I saw them live opening for Janet Jackson's 1994 tour. Tony's were originally opening for them, but then Tony's left, Mint Condition replaced them. And this was during the I think it's the Chocolate Factory. It was it was the second album, and Someone to Love and You Send Me Swinging were like huge at that point. And yeah, I mean, I know this is not like honorable mentions yet, but it is indeed for me Someone to Love. That's the one I'll just put on because
great
I
song.
hear it. It's that song.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Stevie.
I mean, it's interesting that VJ's picked that because I can remember the Saturday morning I was in the record shop when the album came in on import, and I was thinking the other day, the things that we did back then over 30 years ago, how they've shaped what we're doing now. I just wouldn't have realised that me buying a Mint Condition album on a Saturday morning, there'd only be one copy in the shop. They played it to me, and the guy next to me was like, "Can I have a copy?" And the guy in the shop went, "Well, you don't like New Jack Swing. We got it for Steve. He likes New." And they gave it to me, and he was like, I felt bad for him, but I just didn't realise back then that 30 years on, I'd be sat on doing this with you guys. Like I say, what was 30 years ago, now he's now shaping what we're doing now, which I just find incredible. You just wouldn't have thought it, would you? You know?
But you know that they were our formative years, and those when you're in that era of your life, whatever you are consuming, whether it's music or movies, they have a lasting impact on our brain. So it makes sense. It makes sense that we're still doing the running man to my prerogative. It makes complete sense.
You know, that reel you put out the other day on IG about Deal Vance, for instance, I thought to myself, if I never went in Expansion Records, it was on a Tuesday afternoon, I was bored, and there it was in the racks. I'm like, who's this guy, Deal Vance? If I'd not picked that album up, Namdi, on that morning back in 1991, you wouldn't have put that reel out 30 years later. That's what's going through my head. You would not have put that. You wouldn't have got that interview.
It's all connected.
We would not have got that interview, and you would not have put that. We would never have known about that story that you put out. But anyway, we're digressing from number 7.
Yeah.
And it's these guys. Belle Biv DeVoe has made it was initially in my top 5. It was an album that I played to death, go to school back then on my Walkman. And the track I picked from it is it Let Me Know Something? Yeah, I picked Let Me Know Something.
What?
Track.
Wow.
Oh, no, sorry.
What's
BBD, I thought it was me.
Yeah.
BBD, I thought it was me.
Oh.
But not the remixes, the album mix.
Wow.
Both fantastic. They're both brilliant.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hold on.
Last night.
Does BBD count as a separate group from New Edition?
Yeah. They're a different group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're still coming on my list. They're still coming.
They definitely are. Yeah. But you are right with because I never heard of De La Vant. Unfortunately, De La Vant's name isn't as widely known, and most of those, apart from Chucky, most of those West Coast producers did not get the same. R&B producers did not get the same recognition.
De La Vant could have ended up in Guy. He could have been he was asked to be a member of Guy. And I'm waiting for him to put that out as a reel.
Yeah.
That revelation. He gets that call on the West Coast. Do you want to come over to New York and join this group, Guy? That just blew my head away.
No, but that's crazy, man. That's crazy. We should ask Teddy and those guys about that at some point, man.
Yeah.
We need to ask that. That question needs to be asked. And
Yeah.
whoever else was around the camp at that time, because that would have been something.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think what was more fascinating for me was the fact that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did not have a song on the Poison album, but they were the behind the scenes executive producers of the album. They probably picked the producers and picked what songs were there and stuff. And that surprised me. I thought he was I'm thinking, well, why are you calling Jimmy and Terry? Because their name's not on there. But if they came up with the concept and they probably sold it to MCA, they probably were busy with finishing up Johnny's and Ralph's stuff, and they couldn't give them any tracks and But that's stuff that once we ever get to speak to Jimmy, we'll find that out. Yeah. Yes.
Amen.
Go on, Knight.
Amen. All right. So there's going to be more I share on what you just talked about with the Poison album. But anyway, I'm going to continue with this, performing stuff.
He's got the hat on and everything, guys.
And trust me, I'm an introvert. Trust me, I'm not like this off the podcast. But anyway, waking, swing tonight. Please don't be too late. Yep. Girl, I'm ready to do just what we said. On the telephone, excuses about you had to work. Don't give me that, baby. You doing me the jerk. I ain't all about playing silly games. My telephone book has good and plenty names. I really don't know you. I really want to meet you. I'd really like to show you that we can spend the night tonight. We can spend the night. Yeah, we can spend the night. When I was working on the list, Let's Chill was going to be number one, but then I was like, wait, someone talk about remixes, and I was like, oh shit. And sorry, but the thing is, right? That's the version on the video, right? So for me, it's like if you're gonna count the video, spend the night all damn day.
Right.
To this day, my favorite guy song, that one has to be the Weekend. Weekend.
Media mix is different. It hits different, man. It just hits different.
Oh goodness! I remember hearing Timmy say, "Yeah, Teddy was dating some girl called Donna back in the day when we were kids, and he puts her name. They put it, hey Teddy, here's Donna." So yes, it's definitely probably wouldn't have been, and it's hard if you're picking a guy's song. It's like you've got three albums, so which of them do you put down? All right, but now we're in hot territory here. Number 6 for me. I forgot about them when I started the list, and then when I remembered them, I said, "There's no how I could not put them on the list." And I would say that production-wise, they had one of the best albums when they came out. I think they were the best thing that came out of. I would separate. I've always said that their album is the best New Jack Swing album for me, and that's Basic Black. Now, so I've got Basic Black at number 6, but it's like which of their songs? And the only song that I put on my mixtape, the only song that I could sing from start to finish, even with the rap, is Nothing But a Party. Wow. Why don't you just sit there, let your music groove you? It's all right. I was all alone with nothing to do. I mean, I'm like, I just love the track. And I'm like, well, what a swing track. And I thought initially it was Teddy's stuff. Because before I knew anything about, then I remember people saying, oh yeah, Basic Black with the ripoff of Guy, that Gene just put them out there because he wanted to, he lost Guy. But if you hear their history, they were part of the GR family. They were the musical band for today. So they were in the studios watching Teddy. They were part of that. But when Teddy and Gene split, because they moved back south, Gene went back to Georgia and they followed him. And so he got a deal for them. So it wasn't as if they were trying to replace Guy. But anyone would tell you, I think Diesel, he was a heavyweight singer, and who was it that said it? Even Rap said it. He said that Diesel was on the list when Aaron was acting up, and Gene wanted to get rid of Aaron. He was going to put Diesel in there. Even Sprague said it. They said it. Look, because Aaron, I think when the whole money thing situation, and he wanted to quit, it was like, okay, yeah, we'll just get Diesel. So Basic Black. If anyone hasn't heard the album, please listen to it. I think it's a better New Jack Swing album than Future. It's just that it didn't get the promotion that it needed. They dressed them like, I have no idea that the styling they gave Basic Black. It's just is the worst thing.
What?
But the styling, the dressing. If you see them on the album cover,
You're kidding me.
The album cover, you're telling me, compared to the Future?
Great album cover.
Basic Black.
They look very stylish. Yeah, really stylish.
It looks like they were from the 50s.
No,
compared them.
Not a chance.
The album came out the same year as the Future, but look at how Guy looked on the Future. Look at how Basic Black looked. But anyway, I think the videos were great, and it could have been any one of their songs and stuff. But anyway, yes.
Oh. I think, Derek's trying to say something. He's trying to say Diesel was supposed to be a member for Guy before Aaron.
I can believe that.
I could believe it. I mean, I knew Diesel well. We spoke a lot. We hung out whenever we could, whenever we were in the same city. And he never mentioned that to me. So if that is the case, it's not something he ever mentioned, but it wouldn't surprise me. No,
because Timmy said that, because Timmy... when they finished Kids at Work, Timmy, Timmy found Aaron at the shoe shop, and he brought Timmy to Teddy. So he brought Aaron to Teddy and says, "Look at this." And so I would say that from the original album, it was always Aaron, it was Timmy, Aaron, and Teddy says, "Can I be in the group?" So it was the three of them. When Timmy left, Gene was always keeping Diesel close by to replace Aaron, maybe because he just thought maybe he had issues with Aaron. So Diesel was his backup as a tech. So, but Diesel and Aaron all performed, all knew each other from church back in the day. Yeah. So anyway, VJ, what is number 6 for you?
Number 6. You guys will know that this group means something to me, but Intro only make it to my number 6 on this list. It samples Bohannon singing a song for my mother from 1973, and it's this one, Intro, Let Me Be the One. I love this song. That and the Love Thing, Let Me Be the One single is arguably the best 12-inch ever because it's the perfect single. You've got Love Thing on one side with the original mixes, then you've got Let Me Be the One on the B side with the original mixes. It's flawless. It's the best value for money 12-inch I could think of. There's a few like that, but it's right up there with my favorites. Let Me Be the One, Intro from 1993. Yeah, that's my number 6.
I'm going to ask you really quick as well. So I know that your lovely life partner had reached out to some folks and said, for Vij's 50th birthday, we want you to send some kind words and then a list of songs that remind you of VJ or might mean something, right? And I knew Intro had to be on the list, right? So I had a couple of things to think about, and I actually picked Let Me Be the One. I'm pretty sure I did. So I feel like it's good. That I was like,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Your song choices were very, you know me, man. Andrew, you know me. You know me. We'll talk about those song twists another time.
And then I know it's not my turn, but I just gotta say really quick, classic example. It's All Right. I love that someone put that in there. So I'm pretty sure that was Hakeem from the Boys who did that song. Good song, underrated group. They were on Disney Records or something like that. Either way, great song. I guess I just had to say something because I love that song from back in the day. From the South Central soundtrack, I think. it was one of those good movies. So I'm not South Central. Anyway, right.
Stevie.
I think we had a WhatsApp debate one night, me and you, Namdi, about if we was to get the Guy album, because a lot of people rate that as the best New Jack Swing ever. Again, debatable. The first Guy album. What album could you put up against it? Now, I'm not saying this album is better than the Guy album, but in terms of a pure New Jack Swing album, what could you put up against the Guy? So for my number 6, I've agreed with you, Namdi. Black. What is wrong with that cover? I love the logo.
But look what they wear. Compare this to the Guy albums. If you brought the Guy album, compare not the Guy album.
Why? Let's put
the future.
Because they're in 3 colored jackets.
Yeah, no, but
they're just synchronized, mate. They're synchronized.
Yeah, what are they wearing? What are they wearing? Come on, VJ. Night, tell me.
I'll ask them too. You know what I mean? I just,
you know what? Me and Andrew are both. I'm going to talk for Andrew right now. Two friends are having a discussion, and me and Andrew will let you guys. As you were.
Yo, we're on the same page. My thing was, his name is Saul, my name is Paul, and that's between y'all. You know?
But what song did you pick from it, Stevie?
Well, I realised the best, if I'm really honest, the best song on this album is Special Kind of Fool. It's an incredible song written by Zad, but it's the song that I just play the most, and I think it's Diesel's vocal and his ad-libs, and it just kills me every time I listen to it, and it's Don't Make Me Fall in Love.
Don't make me fall in love.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
they say that a lot in the gay bars of San Francisco as well. Don't make me fall.
So you can tell that Stevie went on holiday recently, and he's just come back, and so he's trying to let us know how his trip was.
Yes,
incognito. So I'm sure he had a good time. Yes. Hopeful says, I Googled the cover. They looked uncomfortable in their posing.
Oh, give over. Give over.
And she said, look, he says, Mr. Mayo, you're being Teddy Riley's proud mom.
But come on, if as an album, a New Jack Swing album, this is a very, very strong album. There's only really Stupid, which was a bit, the end track was a bit.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is just, you could play it all the way through. It was a great album.
No, but as I said, this is my favorite New Jack Swing album. I think it's better than The Future. I think the Guy album is probably one of the greatest R&B albums. Apart from, say, you had Groove Me and stuff, but I think I feel more new R&B, really core, hardcore R&B. And I think when you had the whole Basic Black, I think it was like, oh, let me do the Teddy swing and in that. But when I think of the Guy album, Goodbye Love and Don't Leave, and I can't remember, Don't Leave, and
Piece of My Love.
Piece of My Love, sorry, all that I think that's more R&B. Groove Me was what it was, but Groove Me and Nothing But a Party are two different. They don't sound anything alike.
So Marco's saying a couple of things.
Marco, well.
First thing he said is, like, this is going back a bit. He said that there are only 3 good songs on Basic Black album. Discuss.
Look, as I said,
which 3 songs he's talking about?
That's a good question. Which one?
As I said, from She's Mine.
It's all right. She's Mine. Whatever It Takes. Nothing But a Party. Special Kind of Fool. There's 4. Baby, Can We Talk? That's a great song.
Baby, Can You Talk?
Don't Make Me Fall in Love. That's another great song.
Yeah.
It's debatable. It's a great.
It is. Yeah. As I said, for me, if I had the 2 choice, I mean, as I said, anyway. Don't want to digress. Night. What's your number 6?
I'm getting a little self-conscious. I sang too damn much. No, but I'm actually I've done this song. I've sang it before, so I'm not gonna sing it again. So I'm gonna keep this one nice and simple and straight and short and sweet. And that is my number 6 is by a trio who's related to a super producer. 2 of them are brothers. And the third, of course, is like marketed to be a cousin, but he was never really a cousin.
Well, I did think he was the cousin to L.A. Reid. And
that was the marketing. Like it was all,
it made sense too.
Yeah, it does, right? But yeah, no, it is After Seven's Ready or Not. I love that song, and that is my number 6. And that's all I got to say about that. You want to hear me sing that? Go back if you want.
Yes. So
great record.
Keith left the group.
Yes, it's only Kevon now, and then 2 other dudes.
And he left
pretty well, by the way. Kevon is like 90.
I think Kevon, as you know, he vocally powerhouse. When he, you think of One that comes in to close the song. I think Kevon was the gold standard when he came. Okay, I'm going to close the song, and stuff. I think he could sing anything.
Andy, I got to jump in. So there's a song called "Truly Something Special," and Kevon comes in on the end of that one, and I remember being so jealous of his voice. Like he just makes it look easy. His voice is it's high. He can he should go officially. No, I'm joking.
If you remember when they did the "Can You Talk" challenge, the Tank did. And Kevon sang it almost as if, and I said to him, was it written for you guys? He says, no, it wasn't. But he was the only one who could sing it in just like, this was a song that could have gone for us and stuff like that. I think definitely he's just on another level. But Keith said the only track he was able to shine was Ready or Not. And, he had that, he just had that little part there, but he said that after all these years, he was expecting to be able to sing more, and he just said it's enough. So he's just finally left and gone solo. Okay.
Before you do that, I just mentioned After 7, and I wanted to show you this previously. So do you remember I showed this to Stevie when he came down. So this is part of a promo box set for the second album.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in this little box. After 7, it says on the side. And I don't know if you can see that.
You got to watch, yeah.
After 7, and it says Taking My Time, which is the name of that album, which is just random promo nonsense that nobody needs, but is a bit gimmicky and a bit fun.
But does it work?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It is.
I'm sure if I put a battery in, it'll be all right. But...
Ezekiel, long time. Glad you could make it. And Chim Beats, giving you your shout out. Okay, top 5. Let's get to top 5 for me. And let me just make sure I got this sorted out here. Okay, number 5 for me. Oof. I almost wish this could have been higher, but it's just a classic. I wish this group could have been much higher because they came out with bangers after bangers. We talk about Mint Condition, but these guys were ahead of them. These were the forefathers. The big disappointment was they were a group of 6, but then marketing and labels and management says, we're just going to put the 3 of you up front, and the rest would just be considered your backing band, which has caused that split. And I'm sure everyone has seen the documentary on The Real Tony. And I was fortunate to interview Jubo and the rest of the guys. They're sharing their story. But a song that they all took part in, which when it came out, I can't remember why it didn't get to number 1. But Anniversary, it is such a vibe. It was produced and written by the Tonys, but I love Anniversary. It is just probably one of the songs that when it came out, it was almost like, okay, we've got another Black anthem here. Beautiful song, and You can play it at any occasions and stuff like that. It was tough when I was picking a Tony song because I could have picked Slow Wine, Lay Your Head on My Pillow, Raised in California. It was they just me and you. They had hits upon hits on those albums, and it was really and feels good. But I was like, if I had to pick a Tony for this list, it had to be Anniversary because I think universally it was just on another level. So
Great choice.
Yes.
Beyond great choice. Love that song so much. Love
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. A lot of people are bringing in some low key. I've got a thing for you. I remember that. Something in Your Eyes by BBD. I Do Need You. That was the Timmy Gatlin, right?
Timmy Gatling, Alton Woki Stewart track.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Great picks. Housekeeper. Remember them? Men of Vision.
Fantastic.
Let me be your housekeeper, girl. Do. Okay, VJ.
My number 5. Very difficult, this choice actually. I very badly wanted to put Gangsta by this group, which you would have seen on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was on the UK European issues of the Hootie Mac album, which Andrew loves. Andrew loves Hootie Mac.
Do you know we need to okay, we need to because it was a shock to that when that came out. I was like
I liked Hootie Mac, but Andrew he's beyond me. He loves it even more than I do. He's like stratospheric.
Hootie Whack. Sorry, guys.
We're going to do a review of it one day. When I've got my album choice, one day it's going to be Hootie Mac, and we're all going to be on it, and it's going to be great.
But we probably would need to do that album just to try and understand what was happening in '93 and why they decided to go the production direction they went to, because it made no sense. They should have done an intro album. They should have said, okay, Kenny, give us your songs. Or something like that. It just made no sense. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
So Gangsta was my song that I wanted to put, but I didn't. And this song samples Average White Band and Benny King, A Star in the Ghetto from 1977, the Winstons, Amen Brother from 69, and Graham Central Station, The Jam from 75. This song is so iconic because it brought everybody back together, and when that video came out, it was beyond iconic. We were done when we were like, what? We're alive, man. We're alive at this moment, and this shit's happening right now, and it was so exciting. And it is Belle Biv DeVoe, Word to the Mother, off WBBD Boot City remix album, produced by Wolf and Epic. I love this song so much, and I'm not saying it's better than Gangster, but this is iconic. There's so much. This song means so much, and because of that, it had to be.
Who wrote the rap?
Time will come when we will be as one. Gonna be the Johns, yeah. Nobody knows.
What a tune, man! What a tune.
They don't know the deal. Get back. We got to put this back together.
What a tune.
Power to the mother.
He's cheated again. He's picked a remix.
No, but it was an album though. It was that
It was on WBBD Boot City. It was on an album, right?
Yeah, it was.
That album sold over 1 million copies. It's on an album.
It was on that album. So I mean, it wasn't just it was
remix though.
It was an album.
No, it's not. It's on an album, man.
It sounds completely different to this version on this version on.
Yeah, but there's an album.
There's no way you pick this mix.
No, it wasn't that album though. It was the other album. It was the
win with this.
On here, Word to the Mother, Ronnie, Ricky, Robbie, Ralph, and Johnny. Number 5. It sounds nothing like that.
Yeah.
Single. No, but I'm talking about different albums, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, it was the.
You're causing chaos, man. Like holy crap.
And the other remix, and we set up the rules, and we said that if the remix
changed
the main,
we'll carry on.
Track,
No, we said it.
Yeah. It was the album though. It was the album. Remember the Bobby Brown
How did you agree? This is the first time you ever agreed this, Namdi. Your standards are slipping here.
Of an album though, because if you think of the Bobby Brown remix in the key of B, he's got he had an unreleased song from the Bobby album that was on that.
Yeah.
Two of them
She's
actually. I
My
Want
Lady.
You, I Need You, and
She's My Lady. Yeah. So
that was also on remixes in the key of B. That was also on an album. That also sold 500,000 copies.
Yeah, if that was a good song, I probably could have put it in. Yeah.
By
So
Bobby Brown.
No, but
anyway,
going to
Word
that.
to the Mother is my number 5. There you go. I love it. Brilliant.
Yeah. If I put in my A&R hat after that single dropped, the MCA should have said, "Okay, 6 of you back in the studio.
Hell yes.
Put an album out, then you can go do your follow-ups." Because that blew everyone's mind. You know, the way they came back, the way they were like, "Yeah, we're all brothers," and I'm like, "Okay," and then we had Hootie Mac and he had all the other. Johnny Gill's the only one I kept his standards, and Bobby did the Bobby album. But that was the time. Come out with the New Edition album, then go back and do your stuff, extend the life. But
and also Rascal 78 is saying that Gangster was never released. Gangster was never released on the US copy of Hootie Mac, but it was available on every copy in Europe, in the UK, Germany, France, Japan, every other country where these type of things are released. I've even seen a copy where it was released in India. It was available everywhere. It just wasn't available on the US copy. So it was.
Yeah, no, because as soon as the album tanked, it was like, yeah, let's just forget it.
And Rascal 78 is also talking about Boot Sneaker. We should leave that. That's another conversation. That's a big conversation. I know Andrew likes that song, right? You like Boot Sneaker?
Love that song. And I
Boot
just want to
Sneaker's amazing. What?
I want to co-sign. Hopeful said the Jay Leno performance of Something in Your Eyes was amazing. And yes, I actually think that was vocally the best performance I've ever seen Ricky Bell do. If you haven't seen that, guys, just look it up on YouTube. Something in Your Eyes, Jay Leno, Ricky killed it, destroyed it.
That was the only song that gave that album, took it to gold. But that was a classic Babyface song. But yeah.
And Sauvignon has said that Hootie Mac is BBD's best album. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Somebody else.
I know she said it.
What?
I do you know what? I've not listened to it since it came out.
Better than this. You just no.
I'm not saying it's better.
You know somebody who actually considers the BBD album, the 2001, like their favorite album. I'm just like,
okay. End the podcast. End the podcast, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, goodness. Stevie, what's number 5 for you?
Oh, we're on number 5 already. Again, another one at Undernard. Where should I position this in my top 10? It's ended up at number 5, an album that many of us have probably played to death. I think it's an album that I've overplayed. If I'm totally honest, the track I pick, I've heard it too many times, but I still love it. It's from Intro's first album from 1992, and it's Why Don't You Love Me? Wow. Why don't you? With the lately bass swing sound in it. Great track. Was it 92 this or 93? No, it's 93. I do apologize. But yeah, number 5. Again, an album you can play from start to finish if we're really honest with ourselves. But there it is. They made my top 5 intro. Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
Nice choice, man.
Definitely.
Very good choice.
Okay. Andrew.
All right. So this song was already mentioned, so I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, this song is by High Five, and it came out in 1990, and it was it was actually definitely that year, besides the Do Me remix by Bobo DeVoe, that was my favorite song, and that song is indeed The Kissing Game, aka I Like the Way It by High Five. I think it's a very happy. The song gives me visions of rolling green hills and skies. And like that, I mean, the video was perfect, but I could make a new video and it would be like that, and just like picnics and hot women and the guys and just like playing the kissing game. So anyway, you guys got the picture.
I remember Marcus Sanders, the only original member from when it started, and I said, "What was it like having been in the studio with Teddy?" And he was like, "We were just 5 kids from Texas, and then we're seeing Teddy Riley telling us what to do, and we were just in awe." But he does also mention that none of them were jealous of Tony. They just knew that he was so special vocally. And it's just amazing to hear and stuff like that. But that's an amazing song. All right. Top 4. I think we've just been talking about this group, and that's BBD. And I think this was one of those songs that I think from anyone that's probably, if you've been watching this stuff for a long time, we know the kinds of songs that really pull on my heartstrings. And these are songs that say, "I'm sorry, please come back to me, don't let go, and when will I see you smile again?"
Solid.
I just, and Timmy, I asked him, he said that was supposed to be on his solo album on Tommy Boy. That could have been a guy out. That could have been a guy song. Can you imagine that? That could have been a guy song. All that I do need you. You can imagine if Aaron was singing that. These are songs he wrote after he left Guy. Well, after he got kicked out of Guy. But what he says, it was about relationships and being on the road and stuff. But I think this is they've got Poison, and I think it's When Will I See You Smile Again. Those are when they do a show, they've got to close with that, and everybody sings along. And Ricky really shines when he sings this live as well. So When Will I See You Smile Again? Timmy Gatlin on Walkie Stewart writing and production. Yeah.
Great song, man. Great choice, man. And people don't talk about that song enough, man. So really happy that you've included that. So nice to hear that included in your list, man.
Really for the record, I'm holding back. I wanted this. I want to do dan dan dan. Come on.
Yeah. We had Lionel C. Martin doing all the videos back then. He used to do the black and white and color and blue and stuff like that. And yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the Let's Chill video, because he does a little drama scene where you see Mike Bivins having a cold and can't leave, and Ronnie's trying to call his girl and the phone doesn't have the
all of that. And Mike's cooking on the
cooking. Yeah. Okay. Nostalgia. Come on, VJ. What's up for you?
My number 4 is from.
Are you the one POV? Okay.
Contains a sample of EPMD's "You're a Customer" from 1988, the Honey Dippers' "Impeach the President" from 1973. Some people may know this already now. And Fausto Papetti's "Love Theme" from 74. And Stevie will hate that I've included a remix again, because this is the main version of this song that it's known for, as per the new rules set out in the group previously. And it's Jodeci, "Boom, Come and Talk to Me" remix in your face.
Number 4?
Number 4. It's amazing. What a song, man.
Come and talk to me.
And it was and as we said previously, it was it changed everything. It was one of those moments where it shifted the dynamic of the musical landscape. That remix was very, very important for all of the music that we love. It was massive. So Come and Talk to Me. And who's credited for the remix? We said we had this conversation last time. It says it's remixed by Sean Puffy Combs. That's it. If it's just him, great. I thought Tony DeFat or Rashad Smith or somebody might have been involved, but it's just credited as a Puffy remix. That's it. Just Puffy. Nobody else. No other names on that remix.
Yeah. He pulled a Gene Griffin in. But have you seen the performance of Jodeci on Soul Train for "I Gotta Love"?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they're trying to keep up with the dance moves, and it's like, okay, do we turn this way?
Yeah, that was.
You realize that They were trying, but they weren't performers, man.
No, it was funny. Like now that we know, we definitely thought it when we were watching it, and we're like, huh? But then when you found out they really can't dance afterwards, like, oh, okay.
I mean, Johnny Gill could have taught them how to dance, but they needed to find their lane where they could just walk around and be smooth and stuff. But yeah, that was the most funniest thing.
There's another video. Do you remember the Keith Sweat "Why Me Baby" with the LL Cool J? So there's a video version, and I can't find it anymore. I used to see it back on the day on MTV and the box. LL Cool J tries to give Keith Sweat a high five, and Keith Sweat doesn't see it at all. So LL Cool J's left there hanging, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" Just looking from side to side. It's so bad, and I've been trying to find that bit. I can't find it anywhere. It's that was another funny one. Anyway, I just share that.
Speaking of LL, just before Stevie comes in, I always remember the flex on David Letterman. And they're singing "Round the Way Girl," and it starts off with Eric Williams from Blackstreet, but we had Darren Lighty on the piano, so he didn't have to dance, but it was his brother. I can't remember Darren's brother, but you've had them dancing, and because LL liked to dance, and the Flex were like, no, we don't really dance, but we had to dance with LL and stuff like that. It just seems clumsy and stuff. But they still tease Eric Williams for that. And Stevie, okay, go ahead.
One last thing. Hopeful is saying JoJo and Dalvin can dance, and individually they can. But
old school Dalvin and JoJo, I would assume.
But the thing is, with that video, they were trying to do synchronized dancing, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Casey and Devante weren't on the same level as the others.
Yeah, it just they with their boots. I mean, compare them to Ex-Girlfriend. Why don't you come home? I mean, what's them backflip and everything on stage?
Exactly.
Stevie.
My number 4 is possibly a song that Michael Jackson and the Jacksons it's probably the best song they never recorded, but it wasn't them. It was from another group that they just sound like them on this track. Again, they released several albums. I could have picked a track from any of their albums that would have made in this top 10. But for some reason, I play this track the most. And it's from Troop's Deeper album. And the track is Set Me Free. What a track.
It is a Jackson song.
Not waking. Da, da, da. It just sounds like the Jacksons to me.
It show you the way to go, man.
Let me show you. What a great track.
Show the way to go. That's what it is, man.
What a great album this is.
Love that. That is an amazing
Deeper album. One day we're going to deep dive into this album because it's a fantastic album.
Yes.
Aren't we, Nandi? Aren't we, Nandi? We're going to deep dive into this album.
Yeah. I know we did do an episode of it, and we had John on it as well. Yes.
Heartbreaking. And that guitar, is it Chucky Booker on? I think it's a Chucky Booker track. Let me just check the credits. I'm sure it's a Chucky Booker track.
1000%.
All these pictures of motels in here, and why didn't the Jacksons? This is if the Jacksons had recorded an album in 1992, it would have sounded like this. I do believe it would have sounded like this album. Set Me Free. Yeah, here we go. Here's the credits. Yeah,
Stephen Russell has not made any bones about his Michael Jackson fandom, straight up. And when he listened to the Lady in My Life, he actually redid Lady in My Life. I remember even listening to Lady in My Life back in 90 and thinking to myself, don't you go nowhere. I'm like, that sounds like Steve. That's great. I know where Steve got his whole Steve's from.
Strange Hotel sounds something like off the Victory album. That track, Strange Hotel. Sounds like something else.
Yeah. Love it. Jacksons. All right. So my number 4 is You look so sexy, you really turn me on, blow my mind every time I see your face, girl. Yep, Beej, me and you are the same. Boom, 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 I'm
Number
not
4,
trying.
baby. Number 4.
Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you. Can I talk to you? I really want to know you. I want to know. You want to tell me your name? Let me play your game. And it goes, ah. All right. That's it.
Fantastic.
Devonta wrote that at 15, and he had a girl singing it, and when they went to New York at Uptown, they brought it out, and then he put Casey and George on it. But how do you, at a 15-year-old, just start writing songs like "Come and Talk to Me"? I mean, he says Dalvin says was everything as it is. Even "Love You for Life" was written at the same time when he was 15 years old.
The lyrics are interesting, though, isn't it? It's like, what is it? What is he saying? Come and talk to me. I really want to know your name. That's what a 15-year-old would say.
Yeah,
You don't want anything else. You just want to say hello to the girl. That's it. There's nothing else going on in your head.
But when you listen to that, you don't think you don't think Tevin Campbell's "Can We Talk"? You know, the one sounds like a little like, okay, that's a little instant school love, and "Come and Talk to Me."
It's Casey's voice. Casey had a very mature voice, and that's what sold the song for me. That's what sold the group, actually. That whole soft and hard kind of dichotomy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Top 3 now. Top 3. I had to put in. Are they my favorite group? I mean, I had to put these guys down, and it's definitely Guy. And of course, if you're thinking about Guy, you have to pick one album. Now, I was very close to thinking of Groove Me, and then my third favorite song from Guy is Teddy's Jam 2 of the Future album. So it was like, but this song featuring the lovely Tammy Lucas is just a mainstay for me. It was actually set up and recorded as a duet, and then Gene Griffin comes in and starts to tone, and Tammy says her vocals were quiet, were brought down. It was supposed to be like Tonight's the Night. It was supposed to be singing to each other, and then Gene just thought, no, I don't want the guys to be overshadowed. Who knows the reasons why? But Goodbye Love, Guy of their '88 album, written by Timmy Gatlin, produced by Teddy, featuring Tammy Lucas. Beautiful track. It could have been like Make It Last Forever. That was the vibe of how it was, and they never released it. I don't understand. See, this is what Gene Griffin sabotages. Why don't they do a video and release it as a single? Understanding the effects of it. And Teddy kind of moved away from producing R&B hits like this. He just kind of moved away from it, and everyone else filled the void. Devontae filled the void. R. Kelly filled the void. Even the Untouchables, they were producing H-Town. All those guys came and started to do these type of slow jams, which Teddy started off with and just kind of moved away. But maybe without Timmy's writing, and Timmy is a bass player. Boom. So he starts off with the bass and then writes a song from the bass, and then Teddy comes in with the other part. So maybe that was a big part of that, the chemistry that missed out. But anyway, Goodbye Love, number 3 for me.
Number 3.
Lovely to hear that in there, man. Lovely to see that in there, man. I like your choices today, Namdi. They're all like songs I would want to put in, but nice to see them. Great.
Yes, okay, VJ. What's number 3 for you?
Number 3 is by I had this chat with you, Stevie, recently. We were talking about this group. I think this group are so underrated. They credits the song. So the song is by the Mac Band featuring the McCampbell brothers. The song is Roses Are Red. Stevie kindly let me have this record the other day.
What was I thinking?
This is the white label of their first album.
What was I thinking?
And if you look at this, it's by the record company. It's written, look, Roses Are Red, track number 3. That's all it says.
Oh my God.
It's got nothing on the back. And
he's got £1,000 white label there, and I get to him.
£1,000. It's worth. I bought for £6. It's worth £6.50, I reckon. And interestingly, on this website, it said that it credits a sample from the traditional folk song "Roses Are Red" from 1784. I'm not so sure about that. It doesn't sound like "Roses Are Red, Ring a Ring a Roses." It doesn't sound like any of that shit. I don't know what that's about. But the Mac Band are wildly underrated. They have so many hits, so many great songs, and "Roses Are Red" is a classic.
No, yeah, it was. I remember as a kid listening to that. It was at every party, and it's a very feel good song, and I think it is probably when we did our LA Babyface Battle of the Producers. I had it in my as one of my 3 LA Babyface songs, or was it 4? I can't remember now, but it was definitely just a happy song, an upbeat song.
So good.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
And this was one of the songs, like as I've mentioned before, my uncles were DJs. They used to take me to parties, and hearing this when they played it, just as a 13, 14-year-old, I loved it. It just great memories, really great memories. Yeah. But was it Sir Greystoke? I think "Roses Are Red, Violets Are Blue." I mean, they used those lyrics, but I don't think there was a sample used from a 1784 song, because that's what it says. It contains a sample from 1784. Where have they even recorded a song on what recording device from 1784? Very odd comment. Yeah. Anyway, "Roses Are Red" and Benson. Yeah. Also, "Jealous" is also a fantastic track off that album as well. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Stevie.
I've just realised I'll probably never see a white label of the Mac Band album ever again. That's one of a kind, that, isn't it?
Oh, hold on. If Stevie's going that, he took the picture cover of the new edition one that I had. Yeah, he said he knew I was putting it in my pile. He said, "BJ, can I have it?" And I said, "Sure, man." I'm never finding that shit again either. Yeah.
So, I mean, this the thing about going record shopping with your music buddy friends. It's like you're all going to find something you're all going to get jealous about. This is the, you know.
I'm just sharing like for like. So
yeah.
Now you know. He's
found it. Let him take it. Anyway,
I still love you, Stevie.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Number three is from a. You've already discussed these guys already, but they've made my number 3, and I've chosen "You and I." This track,
brilliant.
You know, by the time the track's ending and fading out, I'm shedding tears, and I'm like, I'm just got me all in my feelings. And he's fading away, and he's singing even more. I'm like, no. It's you and I. Immense record. Why wasn't there a 6-minute 12-inch version of it? It could have extended to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
No, that song needs that. It's so good.
It does.
Okay, Andrew, what about you?
This group was also discussed, and I'm going to do something different, and then I'll regret it afterwards. So this is a part of the song that not everyone has heard before, but it's extended, and it kind of goes, "First of all, I'm your soul man. Second of all, I'm your man. You know that I love you, and it makes no sense for me to be without you. Oh, it's our anniversary." Anyways, that's like that little 9-minute anniversary.
Pharrell.
I'll take Pharrell. I'll take that. But the anniversary was, for the record, I thought was going to be my number 1. It got pushed to number 3, but I love that song. And I remember I bought that album and remixes in the key of B at the same time. And I just, not thinking I was going to like love that album, but I did. And when I didn't know there's a 9-minute version. So when I'm playing the tape and it's just all of a sudden the song just keeps going. So anniversary, Tony's.
It is such an and you could play you could play that on the whole vibe that their bands, it's a pity that politics came in, but you could see that as a band how well the musicianship was. Yeah, because you were singing that part, I'm saying I know what he's singing, but I can't remember it. But because it was just almost in the background with the instrumental and stuff like that, that's why. Okay.
And Andrew, you sounded like you were a bit of a vocal contortionist there. I didn't know you had that in your arsenal. That's pretty cool, man. Very nice. Very nice.
I'll take it. Someone said Curtis Mayfield. They laughed though, but
Yeah.
never mind. But I'll take that. Curtis, Pharrell, whatever. I'll take it.
Vocal contortionist. That's you.
Okay, we're down to the final two now. Final two for me. So, from this group, and we've spoken about them, but no one has brought this song out, and it is my favorite song by this group of their '93 album. And as I keep saying, if and most people probably know that, as I keep saying that I love a beg me song and come back home and don't leave me. Cry for You by Jodeci.
Nice.
Wow.
Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. Let me hear you say, oh my goodness. I think I still remember this because '93, I just enrolled into college, university in Alabama, and my roommate, he was from the South, but he was into New York hip hop, so all the Das Effect and all that stuff, and he'll try and dress like he was a New York person, but he was a country kid. But then it was funny. And then I remember just watching BET and seeing the guys in the desert wearing their black suit and leather stuff, and I just went crazy. I'm like, okay, this is how you release a new single. And of course, I bought the album and rinsed it to death. And it's still, I think, just the pace and everything. I mean, they've got many other songs and the first album, but this "Cry for You" is my favorite Jodeci song, and it has just cracked the number 2.
That's interesting, Namdi, because you've picked New Edition already. You picked Jodeci. You picked Intro. You picked Guy.
Basic
Wow.
Black. So what's number 1? It's going to be.
I really hope he doesn't pick those Jodeci imposters. I really hope he's not the Jodeci
Maybe.
I could see it.
Oh no!
Ain't nobody sleeping over here.
Someone said there was no Shy, and I was like, I just wanted to say for the record, I thought like Shy almost made my list. It got bumped by Silk. I was gonna guess Shy for you, number 1, Namdi, but now that Stevie said Josie Imposters, I'm actually no. It's absolutely
hey, but I still remember If I Ever Fall in Love, what that magic of that song. I mean, it's still it was unbelievable, the original version. Then we had the remix with with music. So who knows where it might be. Okay, VJ, number 2 for you.
My number 2. I mean, somebody's also pointed out Whatever You Want and Lay My Head on My Pillow. Yeah, Lay Your Head on My Pillow. 2 fantastic songs. I think Marco said that, but I had to go with this song. 2 people have already said it. 2 fantastic cover versions of it. One by Gerald Albright, produced by Chucky Booker, with incredible backing vocals by Chucky. There's also a version with Glenn Jones. It's been sampled at least 30 times. It is Tony Anniversary. Wow. In your face. Love it. It's such a classic. It's such a classic, iconic track. And I don't listen to it as much as I think I should, but I love it. It's it's as close to perfect as you can get. And yeah, it comes up a lot. on lots of lists. Yeah, Anniversary is my number 2. I don't know what else to say. I think you both said everything. It's a classic. It's a Stonewall classic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
number 2. That's my number 2.
Mr. Daylane. Yes. Yeah, it's just strange. I mean, that's any other year that should have been a Grammy Record of the Year kind of stuff. I don't know. Yeah,
it's that good. It's that good.
It's
that
definitely
good.
It is definitely. You know, it is. Yeah. God, because that's a song that you say, man, I missed the '90s, and it was, you took it for granted, like, okay, let's see what else they're gonna come out with. You didn't think that it will ever stop, did you? Did you? You never thought that it would just be rolling in.
we were spoiled. We were so spoiled. Like,
Looking back now, totally.
So spoiled. We didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
and it's like when you get a bit older, you look at young people and like, you don't know what you got, man. You better enjoy that shit, man.
Yeah.
Whatever that shit is, you better enjoy that shit.
Yeah,
it's true, man. We don't understand what we got until it's gone, man.
No, I never thought that it will ever get that. I never thought that. I still would always say '94 was the pinnacle of, we had all these albums that were coming out, and it just felt like that. This is the norm. Anyway,
this is what I've noticed about. I don't know if it's the Gen Z generation. When an artist puts out a new album, and then by the end of the week they put the album sales figures up. This album has only sold like 2,000 copies, and they're all like, haha, it's only. I'm like, why are you being like that?
Yeah, they did it with Sierra.
Why
Yeah.
Yeah, I think social media likes to look at people's the bad things that happen in people's lives. They just people embellish that a little bit too much. They need to calm down, man.
People they might all be raving about the track, like that Tyler. She had a massive hit with Water. Everyone loved that track, right? Her album drops, and they're like, "Oh, it's only sold like 2.8 thousand copies in the," and I'm like, That's the soundtrack of your life, your age that you're complete, you're laughing about there. That's the track you were dancing to like 6 months earlier. Give the girl a break, man. Anyway.
Yeah. And be kind. It's like Anyway, there's a whole
she's made, most artists struggle to make one record that most people remember. She's already done that. She can play off that record for the rest of her career. Water. Anyway, Number two, am I allowed to change my choice, seeing that we're allowed remixes? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for episode 9 of In Search of New Jack Swing. I found a nice 7-inch copy.
Oh, yeah!
That's lovely.
It's in good condition as well. It's got the remix on one side and the instrumental remix on the other.
That's lovely. That's beautiful.
That's a lovely find, that, isn't it?
That's beautiful, man.
I had New Edition at number 2, and I had Namdi's choice. What was your choice? You're Not My Kind of Girl.
Yeah,
but I don't know. You're Not My is my favorite album cut. That's my favorite remix. It's one or the other.
No, it's the song though. We're just talking about the song. It doesn't matter if you had a remix, but it's the song itself. So
it's your choice. For me, out of those two, it would be Crucial. Crucial's the one, man. Crucial. No. That remix is outrageously good.
It is.
Well, I'll change it then. That comes in a close second. That's my boyhood track that I used to hammer out back then. And
great choice, Stevie.
I'm very happy.
Okay.
Yes.
Andrew.
He's just like, I got chills, man. You guys obviously I love New Edition. So anyway, you love New Edition.
No way.
Yeah, someone said there's a Home Again Part 2 album cover right here. No. All right. So this next group is actually NE related, so that's no secret. It's obviously Belle Biv DeVoe. For the longest time, literally for the longest time, it was the Wolf and Epic remix, the one that's in the video with the whole smooth and slow, sexy tempo. I got protection, now I need affection. That one, that's the Doomy. That was like my favorite Belle Biv DeVoe song of all time, and it was my favorite probably remix of all time. Wow. However, thanks to the wonderful work that Stevie and Namdi have been doing, celebrating the music and talking to people, they spoke with Deal Vance. And Namdi recently unearthed an interview where Deal Vance is talking about how Jam and Lewis was involved with A&Ring, uncredited by the way, the Poison album. And I've always thought of Jam and Lewis as just great people. And just learning that, like I said in our chat, I said, just when I thought I couldn't love them anymore, I do. They're just good people, straight up. And that's amazing. Now, let me get to the point. Deal Vance is instructed by Louis Styles. No, is it? Yeah, Louis Styles Jr. To do a remix of Poison. And this is after, I'm skipping stuff. And this is after Deal Vance is like, yo, Poison is perfect. How can you make this song better, right? But I was on one of my walks, because I go on walks to, like, you know, stay fit, whatever. And literally, after I heard that, you know, it's the one on the CD, the extended version with the roofs, you know, and and there's more echo and stuff, and boom, yo, you guys, I'm being nerdy, but just check this out. So I was listening to that song. It's running, like he said. I'm just walking to it. I'm going, how is this song like 35 years old, but it's still giving me life? And I played Do Me right afterwards, and it was cool, but it wasn't giving me life like Poison was. And last thing I'll say is, I was at a Boyz II Men concert. The DJ was warming us up. He's playing all sorts of songs, Back and Forth, Aaliyah, This Is How We Do It, whatever. But let me tell you, when Poison dropped, the room just changed. It was just like everyone's cool again. So that was my long-winded way of saying Poison. And yes, I'm saying the extended version, but the extended version's on the album by Deal Vance. That remix, that 10-minute version, they have a video for it, is my number 2. So that's that. Thank you guys for letting me show my love. I love this podcast. I love the thank you.
Do you even like the box as well? Woof.
That was Rule and Deal Vance.
Will said, yeah, let's put some wolves on box. And he says, some box. He says, yeah, give me that. Oh goodness. So that was the thing back then. Okay. All right. So guys, we are going from I'm gonna go from 10 down to number 1. But there were some honorable mentions that couldn't make my list. Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition. You've Got to Live and Learn. I mean, that was such a one-hit wonder, but Joe Public did something really, so we had the gangster movie stuff out of LA, but we had some really upbeat stuff. You know, we had the Poetic Justice and stuff like Live and Learn. So the guys who had the dreadlocks and singing very uplifting songs and stuff. So Joe Public, Over Now by 112. What is this? I just love the Mob Beep stuff. I wish they could have.
Very nice.
This would have been if this was a number. Number 12, and I almost pushed it to number 10 by Honey Love by R. Kelly and Public Announcement. So it was a group. But I listened to it, I was like, oh man, this was Baby. I said, give me that honey love. Okay. And then the one that just missed out was Why You Get Funky on Me by Today. They just missed it out. So that was it. So number 10 was Tonight's the Night, Blackstreet. Number 9 was Kissing Game, High Five. Number 8, Feels Like the First Time, Intro. Number 7, You're Not My Kind of Girl by New Edition. Number 6 was Nothing But a Party by Basic Black. Number 5, Anniversary by Tony. Number 4, When I See You Smile Again by BBD. Number 3, Goodbye Love by Guy. Number 2, Cry For You by Jodeci. And number 1, which makes my I think it's in my all-time top 5, well, top 6 favorite songs. Darling, I can't explain. Where do we
Oh,
lose our
nice.
way? Girl, it's driving me insane. And I know I just need one more chance to prove my love to you. And if you come back to me, I'll guarantee that I'll never let you go. Can we go back to the days our love was strong?
Wow.
Bending Knees by Boys to Men.
Wow. You went
I
for the real David Foster moment there.
the writing. I mean, as I said, I just saw the interview. I just rewatched the interview with Teal Cross, and he was talking about Terry Lewis and writing and his penmanship. And he says that Jam is the he does the compulsions, but Terry writes the lyrics. And I listened, and I told you, I'm a come back to me. I'm sorry, and I just love the song. I love when Wanye comes in and it builds up, and it was number one for it knocked I Make Love to You off the top,
Yeah.
off number one, and stayed there for like 12 weeks or something like that. Such I didn't give it justice for anyone who has not heard it before, but it was such. I bought the album as soon as that came out. I didn't like I Make Love to You, and I'll be honest, I just thought it was like a baby face, like yeah, he just wrote the song, but on Bending Knees, oh, so that is for a group. I don't think I've had a better song from a group, for a male group. So that is my number one. Sorry for the bad singing, but
No.
I'm serious.
That's
It is.
an interesting choice, man.
Oh, you guys thought I was gonna have Dru Hill?
I didn't know.
I thought it was gonna be like H-Town. I thought it was gonna be like
Nothing boots.
I thought he was going to have that 5 steps to heaven or whatever it is from Dru Hill or something like that.
Part-time lover or something. I don't know. Like, they had the leather in the desert too. Like anyway.
No. The reason why I don't. I'm a good friend of Woody, so hearing the whole story, it's hard for me to pick a Dru Hill song based on the backstory. It's very hard when you do these shows, you know the people directly. But no, I couldn't. Bend the Knees, Boys to Men, and I'm glad you guys didn't guess it. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
No, didn't have a clue. Was not expecting that. That came out. That came
I have
from the
one
side.
more question. I've heard, and it could be my own like crazy mind, or maybe I heard it, but I heard that On Bended Knee might have been originally meant for New Edition, but then it was given to Boyz II Men. That's what I heard. I don't know, because I always wonder what they would sound like on that. But anyway, because even that Helplessly in Love on Bended, like, I hear some similarities. But anyway, not to like talk too much about it, but I love that song. It's very Jam and Lewis, and I just wanted to show love for that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. VJ, come on, count yourself down.
So for me, there are so many artists that I have not included, which I feel gutted actually. I didn't think of R. Kelly and Public Announcement because that album has like every song, any song could make this list. Anyone, it's such a good album. That first R. Kelly and Public Announcement album, so good. I wanted to include Shamari, Highland Place Mobsters, Deja Groove, Low Key, Arts and Crafts, Simple Pleasure, The Boys, Men of Vision, Portrait Silk, Immature, Belle Biv DeVoe, Gangster I mentioned, 112, Come See Me was on my list, After 7, Heat at the Moment, Full Force, Boys, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, no, what was it? Ain't My Type of Hype, sorry. Boyz II Men Simpin remix, 911 Cutie, H-Town Part-Time Lover, Basic Black, Whatever It Takes, made it to number 11. So from number 10, it's Blackstreet, Baby Be Mine. Number 9, New Edition, Crucial. The dance remix, Today, You Stood Me Up. Mint Condition, Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes. Intro, Let Me Be the One. Belle Biv DeVoe's Word to the Mother was number 5. Jodeci, Come and Talk to Me remix, number 4. Mac Band featuring the McCampbell Brothers, Roses Are Red, at number 3. Tony, Anniversary at number 2. And my number 1 it samples Big Daddy Kane's Raw from 1987 and Cerrone's Rocket in the Pocket from 78. It is Teddy Riley featuring Guy.
Oh, nice.
The right thing. It was either this or Spend the Night, but it went for this. I went for this because My Fantasy, the way it made me feel when it came out. And I always remember what Raphael Sadiq said when they went on tour. Because when Tony and Guy were touring, Tony couldn't believe that Guy had come out with a song like that. And they're like, we're going to have to compete with that shit. And they did. And they tried to, and they did whatever they did. And but My Fantasy is outrageously good. I listened to it to death. I it made it on more mixtapes than probably any other song. And yeah, My Fantasy is my number one. Right, featuring Guy. Let's go.
The one thing you guys I don't do Trouble, but I do have. When I first time I interviewed Damon, he was like, "How can a group be featured on another group's member's song?" And he wasn't too happy about it and stuff. But I will never put that clip out. You need to watch the whole interview in context, because
there was a reason for that as well, though, because like this came out on Motown. Yeah, this song came out on Motown. Do the Right Thing. Now the rules were that, or the company rules were that they only wanted Guy to be on Uptown MCA, and the only way this would work is if they did Teddy Riley featuring Guy, and it was like a little loophole that they'd found that would allow them to work it. That's all it was. It wasn't Teddy trying to be mean or like trying to be at the top or whatever, from what I understood. But
wait, if you hold up the album cover really quick, isn't there like some crayon that says Teddy with an arrow? Yeah, something like that, like Teddy, like pointing to him. You know, so that was weird.
I think that's just a bit playful and silly. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the guys found it silly. They found it like anyway. But it was a beautiful song, beautiful video. And I remember being in boarding school watching that.
I mean, the big question is, if that track had never got released, we might not be sat here today discussing this. Our musical directions may have took something completely different, you know?
Yeah, I still remember that song, and that was when I'm like, okay, so that guy did this and this and that. Yeah,
that was the song that got me into Guy. Like I say, if they wouldn't have released it,
big tune,
very different.
Huge. Summer of '89, man. I remember the video, the spandex, like, you know, the tank tops and the spandex, and like, you know, like all that. Like,
cycling.
Yeah. Anyways.
What do you think? Was that a good choice for number one?
Hell yeah. Like, to me, like, it's like Spend the Night and My Fantasy, to me, they're like Sonic siblings. They actually they fit together. Like, I love that song. And it's a great choice. And not an obvious one either, in my opinion.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Okay, Stevie.
Mint Condition at number 10, with, again, going back to the gay bars of San Francisco.
Why are we in the gay bars in San Francisco?
Do you want pain, sir, or do you want pleasure? Anyway, number 9, moving on swiftly.
Oh, right.
End Touch. So Used to Be My Girl. How is that going? Number 9. What a track. Number 8, Low Key, Stay a While. Go and listen to that if you've not played it recently. Number 7, Belle Biv DeVoe, I Thought It Was Me. Number 6, Basic Black, Don't Make Me Fall in Love. Number 5, Intro, Why Don't You Love Me. Number 4, Troop, Set Me Free. Number 3, Jodeci, You and I. Number 2, New Edition, we've changed it from You're Not My Kind of Girl to Crucial Remix. And number 1, there was a reel put out on IG recently. Was it confirm this, which rapper was it? Fat Joe sat in a room with Damien Hall, laughing at Damien Hall for something he just said, and it blew up all over social media. Damien Hall said, we were the best to do it, apart from Tony. And I think was it Fat Joe or what was it?
Yeah, it was Fat Joe and
laughing away, laughing at him, like looking at him like, are you crazy for saying that? But he was right. Guy were back then the best to do it. They were the best to do it. They are the greatest New Jack Swing group ever. They are the best R&B group that came out of our generation. As great as New Edition are, they were a boy band. They were a formulaic boy band that had great hits. But these guys invented a genre. Remember that. The problem is, which track do I pick? Which track do you pick off this album? It's impossible.
It's so hard.
I've changed it. So at first I picked I Like, and then I went for You Can Call Me Crazy. So one or the other. I don't always want to pick. That's my number 1.
Which one?
Man.
What did you go for?
The
You
best
can
to
call
do
me
it.
crazy.
You can go great.
And you know what? Ironically, Damien Hall, unfortunately, had nothing to do with this album. If we're really going to get into it, so he wasn't the best to do it because he wasn't in this album when it was made. It was Timmy Gatlin.
Yeah. But amazing
you
song.
worked that one out. You worked that one out.
Yeah, it's definitely I mean, definitely, guys. One of that, an amazing album that changed the course of music history. You know, that's when men, hip hop guys, started listening to R&B. So yeah, made a massive difference. So it paved the way for people to listen to Jodeci and H-Town and stuff like that. So yes, definitely. Okay, up to you, Andrew.
So I want to give a few honorable mentions to the Boys. I liked All My Heart. I want to give an honorable mention to Troop. I think for me, it would be probably the Sweet November remix, to be fair. My love song. I already mentioned Love by Mint Condition. But Conversation Mix by Blackstreet, someone put that in there. I know what song you're talking about. That's crazy that you put that in there, but cool. And because I mean, I respect it. That was cool. Force produced that, so that gives props. LFO, someone kept mentioning them. Like, really? Like New Kids in the let me just focused. Number 10, Freak Me. Silk. Number 9, Boyz II Men, Please Don't Go. Number 8, 112, Dance With Me. I Spend the Night video mix. Number 6, Ready or Not, After 7. Number 5, I Like the Way. 4, Come and Talk to Me, Jodeci. Number 3, Anniversary, Tony. Number 2, and number 1, of course, is New Edition. What song is it going to be? Unfortunately, is probably predictable AF. But what isn't predictable is my delivery of how I announce the song. If my voice cracks, I apologize to everyone here. So I've never done this part right here. Shoot. All right. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, God, I'm sorry laughing.
You're good, bro. You're good, bro.
Take your time. Take your time.
All the time.
No pressure, cause I love you, baby. I already messed up. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I love you, girl. Ooh. Anyways, I tried it. No pressure. Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? New Edition. No surprises there. Number 1. And
Wow, you went for the hardest part of the track there.
What do you mean no surprise? You said I'm Coming Home was your favorite New Edition track.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, when we did the Any Heartbreak. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Okay, cool. Then I'll take it.
No. You picked a beautiful song, but you said no surprise. I'm thinking, what do you mean no surprise? No, but yeah. I mean, as I always would. No, it was Boyz II Men that when I first heard it, I thought it was an Ashford and Simpson. I thought it was a male and female, just the Johnny and Ralph stuff. But what makes this song such a staple within the family? Because as I said, if I did a top 5 list of songs and Can You Stand the Rain is in there, it beats every song that you can imagine. There's Prerogative, it beats that. It beats. I don't think there's a song by any R&B group that would be up against Can You Stand the Rain and would win. So I'm just wondering, what do you think makes the song so enduring?
I think for me, it's both the mix of the beautiful music and the beautiful lyrics, because the lyrics are super relatable. I mean, the thing is, life, just like Boyz II Men, it's just like, can you go through the hard times, all the perfect days, like it's just we're all going to go through some ish, you know? And I feel like that is what makes the song enduring and timeless. And just that, like, the vocals, the background vocals are just, I think, really crystalline. I think, like you said, that template of the light and then the heavy Johnny versus the light Ralph, the whole thing just comes together. It was just literally like lightning in a bottle of reality and beauty and blend. Reality, beauty, and blend. RBD.
Yeah.
So I think these lists are very, very interesting. You know, when we did the female groups,
Yeah.
it was very difficult to get the data to say which songs would fit. But for this, there is clear data.
Okay.
So there's enough data for. There's two lists here, yeah. So one is the songs which had the most prominence, and whichever song made it to number one. And then there's a separate list where which groups were voted the most by everybody. So that's also fascinating. And there's a reason why I want to share that as well, because I'll get to that. So shout outs to Mandeep Renge, Brandon, Mike Pantelli, Delan Wilson, Stefan, everybody else that's submitted a list. It's been very interesting this week. So I'll do the tracks I'll do the track one first, yeah? So this is the collective list, yeah? Jodeci, You and I, 25. H-Town, Lick You Up, Kiss You Up, 24. 23, Boyz II Men, End of the Road. 22, Troop, That's My Attitude. 21, Troop, I Will Always Love You. 20, New Edition, You're Not My Kind of Girl. Number 19, Boyz II Men, To the Limit. Number 18, Belle Biv DeVoe, Poison. Number 17, Teddy Riley featuring Guy, My Fantasy. Number 16, New Edition, Home Again. 15, Jodeci, What About Us. 14, Guy, You Can Call Me Crazy. 13, Guy, Do Me Right. 12, Guy, I Like. Number 11, Blackstreet, Giving You All My Loving. Number 10, After 7, Ready or Not. Number 9, High Five, She's Playing Hard to Get. Number 8, High Five, I Just Can't Handle It. Number 7, The Mac Band, Roses Are Red. Number 6, Jodeci, Freaking You. Number 5, Tony, Anniversary. Number 4, Jodeci, Come and Talk to Me, Remix. Number 3, 911 Cutie. It's fascinating. How fascinating is that? Isn't that mad?
Brilliant.
That's right. Number 3. Number 2, Intro, Let Me Be the One. And number 1, Andrew, You're a Bad Man. New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? You're the winner, man.
Wow.
That was number 1. And what was fascinating about the list where people voted the most, the artists the most, I'll read that to you, and I've got some thoughts about that. At number 20, Basic Black. Number 19, Today. Number 18, Solo. Number 17, Riff. Number 16, The Mac Band. Number 15, Silk. Number, sorry, I've missed a number. Number, what's that? Number 14 is Dru Hill, interestingly. Number 13 is Belle Biv DeVoe. Number 12 is After 7. Number 11 is 911. Number 10 is 112. 9 is Blackstreet. And these are all joint number 5s now, yeah? This is joint number 5. Troop, Tony, Intro, Blackstreet, and High Five. They're all, Blackstreet, then number 5. Number 4 is High Five. Number 3 is Jodeci. And joint number 1 is New Edition and Guy.
Yep.
New Edition and Guy are joint number 1.
No,
and I find that interesting because the thing with Guy songs is when people pick Guy songs, there's so many to choose from. And there's no consistency. There's no consistency whatsoever. When people like, Stevie, you gave a good example earlier. You said, I was thinking about I Like, and then you switched to, what did you switch to?
Crazy.
Oh, you call me crazy.
You call me crazy. So everybody's been like that.
Yeah.
Whereas with New Edition, they stick to songs like Can You Stand the Rain? They're like, okay, this is my song, so I'm going to go with that. But that tells us that Guy are very, very important in people's selections. But the thing is, nobody agrees on the songs. So does that tell us that the quality of the songs is not on the same level? Or there's just too many great songs by Guy, one or the other? But that list is fascinating. That Guy don't even make it onto the top. The first time they appear on the other list is position number 12. 12, 13, 14. They don't even appear in the top 10. Guy, can you imagine? But when you think about how many times they appeared in the list by people, Guy are number 1 with New Edition. And I thought that was
very, very insightful. Love it.
Yes. Wow.
How can, I'm just thinking to all the viewers, you're thinking, how can I get onto this list? If you go on the NGS3 Facebook page, and you can submit your list there, VJ, for any of the viewers this evening?
If there's a way that if we can get everybody, there's a lot of lists here, like this information that people shared here, if they had those lists and they could somehow get that to me, that would be amazing, because that's more data.
Exactly.
So it's a
lot
better
of lists here with these viewers. If you're on Facebook, NGS Forever group, join that, where VJ puts the posts up about the podcast maybe a week, 2 weeks before. You can add your list or send your list to him, and he can add to that, and we'll get a bigger overview then.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything that helps, I think that would be good. But what do you guys think about that? Like, Guy and New Edition are voted the most. Most people want to put those two groups in this list. But when it comes to the actual songs, Guy are well down on the pecking order, which I find fascinating. There's something to that.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, if you're thinking about when you're only voting 1 or 2 songs from Tony, then, and everyone's including it, it will be higher. But if you're thinking of Guy, there's from Groove Me to Let's Chill. So there's so many options. So you're spreading the votes from in that, and same thing with New Edition. But if you're thinking of Tony's, you're either Anniversary or Feels Good. Those were the massive big songs and stuff. But guys, we definitely appreciate everyone, especially those of you who've been on it with us since we started 2 hours and 16 minutes ago. We appreciate you guys. It's only as fun as the amount of comments we get that makes part of the show. Whether you are being positive, whether you're being funny and difficult, whatever it is, it makes the show. So we always appreciate you guys commenting alongside what we're doing. The 4 of us are back on the 25th. And of course, and let me just double check there. Notice I said on the 28th, I think. I need to confirm. We had a date already like that, but we'll confirm with the guys. So, and I can guarantee that the next episode would also be an exciting one as well. But from VJ, Stevie, Andrew, and myself, we appreciate you guys. We could have easily pre-recorded this and listed it out, but it's no fun without you guys. So thank you guys.
And everyone in the bars in San Francisco, send their loves as well. Good night, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
Somewhere in between us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They understand what Jodeci Boyz II Men are.
Lay it.